Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, if you can't tell by the title, we've got some new palettes to be playing with this week. Yes, if you didn't know, Beauty Bay have brought out some new palettes. They have brought out quite a few versions of like these ones. I've only picked up 3. However, they have got bigger and smaller versions of these. So they've come out with the midnight kind of collections. They've come out with similar to when they did like the Everything You Need palettes and like the bright coloured palettes and stuff like that. They had smaller versions, bigger versions. So they've got like a 9-pan version of the midnight one. They've got a 16-pan version of the midnight one. And then they've also got like is it like a 40-pan palette, something like that, of the same version. So they've done 3 things of it, if that can make sense. So they've done 3 different collections. So for both the midnight and the earthy, they've got a 9-pan palette, a 16-pan palette, and then a 40. I think it's 40. Is it 40? Let me double check. Let's just get the facts straight. Yeah, so the bigger versions are 42-pan palettes. So you've got the 9-pan, which is £6.50. You've got the 16-pan, which is £10. And then you've also got the 42 one, which is £23. All amazing. So these two, they've both got all 3 of them. The berries one only has a 9-pan and a 10-pan, a 16-pan, sorry. I don't really know why they haven't brought out a bigger version of this. I'm not too sure. But yeah, I picked up just the 16-pan ones. I do want the bigger version of the midnight one though. For someone, I just want it. I just think it looks amazing. So I'm gonna like show you all the palettes, but I'll only be using one in today's video. So yeah, let's talk through them. So they do come in like a black package, outer packaging, like a black box, which just looks like this. It's their standard kind of packaging. I'm just gonna bin mine just because I don't need them. Like, I don't need them. So yeah, this is the packaging of the berries one. It's really nice. I really like it. And then when you open it up, it does have a mirror, and these shades, oh my gosh, they are beautiful. They are beautiful. Like, look at them. They're so pretty. So as you can tell, it's very berry, very like deep purples, few like pinky tones. This reminds me of the new Romantic palette. Should I grab that? I'm gonna grab it. So this is the new Romantic one. Yeah, they're very different actually. They're not really the same. I thought it was kind of like similar tones. I mean, there's a couple of similar tones, but not exactly the same. There's a lot of different kind of shades in there, to be honest with you. But I would say if you didn't pick up the new Romantic, I think you should get this one instead, because it's got similar tones, just a few different shades. I just love the packaging. I think it's just so simplistic, nice and easy. Like, there's just not a lot to it, and it's the name kind of speaks for itself, and that's all you kind of need. But yeah, I like how the shade names, the shades look insane, the shimmers look insane. They look like their newer formula. I am excited to try this palette. I really am super excited. Then they have the earthy one, which they've even described themselves as being like a similar kind of vibe to the wilderness one. So this is the packaging, again, very like greeny, very earthy kind of tones. This one looks stunning. The bigger version of this looks stunning as well. Why am I holding it? It's so weird. But yeah, it is beautiful. Like, look at them shades, so pretty. Again, very green. There's a lot of like, there's a couple of brighter greens in here, there's a couple of like more grungy greens. There's like this like goldy shade down here. There's like a champagne-y kind of gold. Yeah, it's very pretty, very green. I like it. I do like it. Let me grab the wilderness one so we can kind of compare. Again, gonna be slightly different. Maybe the bigger version might be more similar to this one, because I know that the bigger version does have more like browny kind of shades in it, whereas the smaller one is just purely greens. Similar. Couple of similar green tones, but obviously, of course, this one has like blues, reds, oranges, that kind of thing, greens. So it's got a bit more in this one for variety. I think that the bigger one of The earthy palette, like the 42 pan, has way more shades in it, but yeah, I mean, I might end up picking up one of the bigger ones. I just thought I'd get 3 of the 16 pan ones because I feel like they'd be more popular, to be honest with you. And the last one, which is probably the one that I'm most excited for, is the Midnight one, which they've even described themselves as being similar to the Book of Magic palette, which obviously that is a sold out palette. It was limited edition, and yeah, I was so upset when that got discontinued. I was like, no, why? It just annoyed me. But yeah, I would say this is closest to the Book of Magic palette than like the other two were closer to the other palettes, if that kind of makes any sense. This is beautiful. There's a lot of purple, a couple purple tones in here. The purple shimmers look insane. The blues, there's a black. Let me grab the Book of Magic palette so we can compare. Absolutely adore this palette. There's similar shades. Obviously, there's not them like greeny tones. But yeah, in terms of like the purples and the blues, very kind of similar. So if you did miss out on this palette, this one would be a good one to kind of go for. In today's video, I'm just going to be using one of the palettes. I did put up a poll on my Instagram story asking what one you guys wanted me to film with, and majority of you said the Earthy palette. So we're going to go ahead, I'm going to swatch a few of these shades. We are going to do an eye look on this palette. So yeah, so you've already seen what the inside looks like. So it's very green. Very green. That's what it is. It's green. It's green. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to swatch a couple of the shades. Okay, here's the swatches. So I've done a couple of the shimmers down here and the mattes down this side. They all seem to swatch amazingly. Like, just look, them shimmers, it's always the shimmers for me that get me. They just look insane. So obsessed. Look at them, so pretty. Also, totally forgot to tell you guys there are 9 mattes and 7 shimmers in this palette. So I think that's right. Yeah, something like that. There's definitely more mattes than there are shimmers. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm quickly going to go ahead, prime my lids, zoom you guys in, and then we're going to jump on into creating a beautiful green eye look. So yeah, I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I'm back. I've quickly just primed my lids. I just used the Beauty Bay eye base in shade number 2, base 2. Love this stuff. So yeah, jumping on into the palette, I think I know what I want to kind of go for, so we're just going to go ahead and start executing it. So I'm going to take the shade Eucalyptus first, which is this deep mossy kind of green shade. I've not done a green look in like the longest time, so yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and just start to pack this through. I'm going for quite a messy look today, guys, so yeah. Also, let me know in the comments which palette you want me to use next, because of course, like I said, I'm going to do like 3 different looks. 3 different looks for each palette, if that makes sense. So I'm going to be doing 3 separate videos on each palette. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm so sorry, like I just can't talk right now apparently. This shade's nice. It feels a bit dry, but it's still performing really well. So yeah, I'm not even mad about it, to be honest. So yeah, well, look at that. That was so easy to just build up. Like, I'm not even joking. It was so easy. Guys picking up any of the palette? Like I said, I'm quite surprised there's not like a bigger berry palette. I don't know whether it's just because maybe they think that the fiery one is going to be too similar or something, or like, I don't know. It can't be though, can it really? But I don't know what kind of goes through their heads. I just thought with there being 3 in like the earthy and 3 in the midnight, there would be 3 in the berry one. But yeah, I just wanted to pick up these 3 just so then I could like test them out for you guys. I'm going to be honest, I don't usually like to go for like super big palettes, which is why I absolutely adore their like £20 palettes. So that's why I thought I'd go for like this size, so then you can see what kind of looks you can create, that kind of thing. Beautiful. That was such an easy shade just to pack on, so easy, very pigmented. Then I'm going to take the shade Pickle, which is this green shade here, and I'm just going to start to blend out that first shade. I'm going for like the more mossy, greeny tones. I don't really know why, I just kind of feel like it. I feel like if you were wanting like the greens out of the Wilderness palette, but you weren't bothered about the blues and the reds, then you'd probably really enjoy this palette. And you know what as well, like, the price is so good. Like, honestly, I am such a big fan of Beauty Bay's palettes. Like, from the price, the quality, everything it's insane. It's actually insane. So I just feel like they smash it out of the park every time. Now look how easy that was to blend out. Like, honestly, literally like 2 seconds. But this is a really nice shade. Again, it's blending out that first shade really nicely. And then I'm going to go ahead and take this like lighter one, this lighter green shade here called Acid. I'm going to take this and just start to, again, just continue to blend around the edges. Oh, that shade is beautiful. Let me know, guys, would you want me to pick up one of the bigger green or blue palettes? Please let me know. I can always try to. And plus, I love Beauty Bay that much. I probably just would, because I just love them so much. I think we've established that. But yeah. That shade is gorgeous. I love it. This is the kind of look that I wanted. I wanted to go for something like this. And I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm quickly just going to go ahead. I'm just going to build these shades up one more time off camera, build them up, blend them out, and then I'll be back and we'll do the lid shade. I'm probably not going to cut my crease. I might just go over the top with a little bit of more like the base, just pack it on a little bit more and do that kind of way. So yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back quickly, just built the shades up and applied a little more of the base just on the lid, just a tiny bit, nothing major. Okay, I don't really know what to kind of go in with first for like in terms of lid shade. Like, I definitely want to take like that shade, definitely want to take that on like this and like the inner portion. I don't know if it's to take Lime or Moss. I could take a mixture of both, I suppose. I'm going to take Moss first. On a brush, just like a tiny little bit. I'll just go back into, I totally forgot to go back into the deeper green shades. Let me just do that. That way, you know. And I could go in with my finger, I suppose. Yeah, I'm just going to go in with Moss first. Then I'm going to go into Lime, which is this one here. I keep stabbing it. By the way, guys, I am taking a MORPHE brush. This is the MORPHE Jaclyn Hill JH42 brush. I feel like these kind of Beauty Bay shimmers are really difficult to work with. So I find that using this type of brush just really does the job. So yeah, if you're really struggling to find a brush that picks up product or like picks up like these kind of shimmers, try this one out, because it really does do the job, like I'm telling you. Just left the inner portion bit, of course, you know. So I'm going to go into the shade Cava. It's spelled like Cava, like, you know, in French. C-A-V-A. Cava? Let me know if I'm pronouncing that right. I don't know. Or is it Cava? I think it's Cava, isn't it? Cava. I'm going to go in with this shade here. I don't know what they have it in French? I don't know. I'm literally just using the same brush. Put some more on. Popping that right on. Oh, look at that. Absolutely insane. I'm obsessed. Love it. It is gorgeous, isn't it? Their shimmers are just something else. They really are. They really are. I am digging this. I've managed to do a cut crease without it actually being a cut crease, and it's just like, wow. Okay. So let me just wipe this off. I'm actually obsessed with these shades. I think they're beautiful. My goodness. So what I'm going to quickly do is I'm going to go ahead, just do my rest of my base off camera, the rest of my makeup, whatnot. I'll do my lashes, and then we'll be back and I'll kind of round up my thoughts on the palette so far. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, just do that, and then I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I am back. This is the finished look. What do you guys think? I quite like it. I quite like it. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I do quite like it. I think it's quite nice. I just added some little gems just because I felt like the look was kind of missing a little bit of something. So I added some gems just to like make it look more funky. But yeah, let's talk about the palette. Oh, by the way guys, I basically just put two of the same shades of matte underneath my eyes. And that's about it really. But yeah, what do I think about the palette? First off, love the colour story. I feel like if you didn't get the Wilderness palette but you wanted something similar, you wanted the greens, this will be a great alternative. The palette is beautiful, like the shimmers, the matte, everything performed amazing. I mean, like, look at them shimmers. Oh, they're just insane. I'm obsessed. So yeah, matte blended out beautifully, shimmers packed on really well. Like I said, some of them don't tend to work the best with some brushes, but if you purchase and use the right kind of brush, you'll be fine. Or you can just use your finger. But yeah, I'm obsessed. I absolutely adore this palette. I think it is beautiful. So yeah, I'm in love with it. I love how there's enough mattes and there's enough shimmers in here, so you can create a variety of different looks. Obviously it's going to be green, but you're going to be able to create a variety of different green looks. So yeah, I am obsessed with it. Really, really good quality. Basically the same formula and quality as like their £20 palettes, you know, like the Wilderness one, the Book of Magic, all that. So yeah, I'm very impressed with this palette. I really do like it. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. I really hope this helped you in case you were wanting to buy it. I would highly recommend it. I mean, £10 for a £16 palette, you can't go wrong. So affordable, so affordable. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. Let me know which palette you want me to use next, because of course I've still got the Midnight one, and then I've still got the Berries one. So let me know which one you want me to use next. I'm so excited to be able to test these ones out. And of course in the future, if you do want me to do more looks using the Earthy palette, just let me know, because of course I can do that for you guys. But yeah, that is it for today's video. Everything else that I'm wearing on my face, I'll of course link in the description box down below as always. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!